Rock Island, Illinois. My birth was not an easy one. My mother was petite and had very narrow hips. I was only 7 pounds, 12 ounces, but I got stuck in the birth canal. It was then that my nose was broken for the first time. After a grueling 28-hour labor, I fell into the arms of my parents, Dwayne and Candace Price, a farmer and a teacher, respectively. I was mostly healthy, so the doctors placed me in an incubator and called it a day. After a couple of days, my parents took me home to Aledo, Illinois. They lived down a gravel road off Interstate 94, just 5 miles north of town. Aledo was home to some 3,600 people. The closest town was Hamlet. A wooden sign that still stands there today reads, "Welcome to Hamlet, population 42." Literally just home to a couple goats and a country church. My father, Dwayne, was the third of 5 children. He worked the family farm with his father, Paul, his mother, Mary, his uncles, 3 brothers, 1 sister, and many cousins. They were successful for many years growing corn and soybeans. None of them pursued higher education because of an unspoken understanding that they would grow up and inherit the family farm. The farm thrived for decades. My mother, who went by Candy, grew up third of 5 children, poor but well-loved. My grandfather, Howard Dwayne Mall, was a chiropractor. In our small town, people thought chiropractic medicine was basically witchcraft, so he didn't have a lot of customers at first. My grandmother, Patricia Louise Fisher, was a homemaker, and though she was very petite, standing only 5 feet tall, her heart was bigger than the whole damn town. My mother wore hand-me-downs from her older sister and rarely had any new toys or fancy belongings. When they didn't have enough money for a Christmas tree one year, they awoke one morning to find 6 Douglas fir trees in their yard, a sweet offering from some caring folks in town. My folks were high school sweethearts. Candy was head cheerleader. My father played baseball and was star running back of the football team. They both ran with a pretty rowdy crowd. After my mother graduated from high school, she attended Western Illinois University. She taught physical education and later became a 3rd-grade teacher. Everybody liked her. She was known for being great with children. She was like a celebrity in our small town. When we were at the grocery store or in a local restaurant, young people often came up to say hello. "Your mom changed my life," they told me. She had compassion to go around and always gave a piece of herself to others. My father was sharp-witted and incredibly handsome, like a cross between Harrison Ford and Bruce Willis. He could also intimidate any boy I brought home with one quick glance. An ex-boyfriend once noted, "Your dad's not very big, but I bet he could whoop about anybody's ass. I wouldn't cross him." Dwayne always had a great sense of humor to those who knew him well, but to this day, he's a man of few words. When he does speak, you're going to want to listen, because it's always worth hearing. My parents were married in the summer of 1977 at the Lutheran church just up the street from my mother's parents' home. It was a small but tasteful wedding that reflected the times. My mama's bleach blonde hair was perfectly feathered. She wore light blue eyeshadow with her simple lace wedding gown. Daddy sported a white bell-bottom tuxedo and a teal cummerbund and a bow tie. As newlyweds, they lived in a tiny one-room shack in a town called Joy for about a year while they saved up money for a down payment on a big yellow farmhouse that sat 5 miles north of Aledo. The home was perched atop a large hill on a beautiful 5-acre plot. It had been built in the 1970s and had shag carpets with a large natural stone fireplace in the family room. There was a Brady Bunch vibe to it. It was surrounded by thick woods and open fields. The countryside was my refuge as a child. I found solace among the flowers and the trees. When that didn't work, I curled up with a good book and got lost. I loved Where the Red Fern Grows, Charlotte's Web, and Little Women. I had a large collection of books and often stayed up late reading with a flashlight beneath the covers. The family business thrived for decades until the farming crisis of the mid-'80s. In response to Russia's invasion of Afghanistan in 1979, President Carter stopped all grain exports to Russia, and the price of corn, soybeans, and wheat